Andy, I thought we'd start with the right of reply. The coach just called you the most preppy out of the leadership group. What do you have to say about that?
It's pretty stiff, actually. No, I was very fortunate, had a really nice upbringing.
That's a polite way of putting it.
Yeah, there's a few boys that are, country strong, farm lads. Fifey likes to think he put a bit of work in when he was a kid, but the truth is a lot of us actually had a really nice upbringing, so I'm one of them. Very fortunate.
How has the pre-season been? JT just said it's been one of the hardest he's endured. What do you think?
It's been extremely hot. We've trained as hard as we ever have, always doing running, top-up running afterwards. And the boys have had a real intent to try and compete to win in every drill. And I think, from our first-year players all the way to our most senior players, everyone's really pushing each other, and it has been a brutal pre-season, definitely.
Apart from the weather as well and just the training loads, do you think that competition for spots has added a certain intensity?
Oh, definitely. I think our last intra-club that we had two really competitive teams, and it's probably the first time that I've been here where we've been able to have, 18 aside or there or thereabouts, where it's extremely competitive. Both midfields have been cracking in. I'm sure these two will both attest to that. And to see some of our matchups with our key backs on our big forwards, and everyone's really pushing each other, and it's going to be fun tough job for JL to pick the round one side, but it's going to be fun.
What was one of the most entertaining matchups you just mentioned?
There's been a few. Young Murphy Reid, Bruce, we call him, took a nice grab on Heath Chapman and hasn't let him forget about that one. So I'd say Bruce on Chappie's been a good matchup.
Caleb, I loved over the years, you and Andy and a few of the others always talk about wanting to be part of the team that wins Fremantle's first premiership. Do you think we've ever been better placed in your time as at the club as we are leading into 2025?
No, I don't think so. I think the growth that we've seen over the last few years and then the growth that we've seen throughout the pre-season is very exciting, and I've got so much belief and confidence in not just the playing group but the coaching staff and everyone we've got involved in the footy club that we've got everything we need right now to be able to do that, and that's super exciting and something I can't wait to be a part of.
You guys were brilliant in the middle last year. You're always reliable, but what's been the area or the focus for room for improvement this off-season?
I think a little bit of the scenario work that last year was probably a bit of an area for improvement for us back end of the year, and as a midfield group continuing to lean into that, and that competition to win and being able to try and compete to win in every drill has definitely aided that and assisted that. But I think as a group you just want to continue to work on your connection and ability to work together. We've got Liam Reedy, who's spent the whole pre-season working with the mids and adding a different dynamic, and Luke coming in there. You want to continue to grow that connection and then add a few little tricks here and there, but keep the foundations the same. The
scenario work's pretty interesting to hear. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
There's a lot of different scenarios that can show up in games, and whether that's momentum. I think momentum's never been greater in games of footy at the moment, and the way that games kind of to and fro. One team has momentum and it's on the other team to try and get it back, and as a midfield group we feel like we've got a really big say in that, and especially at centre bounce. So we're just continuing to grow and get our education to a point where we can really make solid, sound decisions out there that's going to be best for the team, and try and wrestle back momentum when we don't have it and make the most of it when we do.
Hayden, a Docker until 2033, that's a long time. We love to hear that as fans, but what made you so keen to sign on for so long with this great club?
Yeah, you and Caleb sort of touched on it before, but I think we're in a really unique position at the moment where we've got the opportunity to be the first playing group to hold up the cup for Fremantle, and I suppose when I look back at the end of my career, it's probably not the accolades or trophies that you remember, it's the people you do it with. So I'm pretty happy to be able to share the stage with these boys and hopefully go a long way to win a premiership with them.
How are you feeling about your own game and those little 1%ers you're working on to try to become an even better mid? You had such a great year last year and obviously got another pre-season under your belt.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've had a bit of an interrupted pre-season this year, but I suppose that gives me the opportunity to work on my mental game and going into the season. I think there's a bit of a myth that you have to have a big summer to have a big year, and I don't agree with that, and I'm really looking forward to the challenge of coming in and hopefully leaning on my experiences last year and continuing to improve.
We love the confidence. Good luck to the three of you and our entire midfield group. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our midfield in 2025.